Think the Mercedes-Benz badge is out of reach? Think again. An entry-level SUV that brings sophistication, style, power, and cutting-edge tech, all that without breaking the bank. It has everything, including one of the most iconic badges in automotive history. Want to learn more? Here are 7 reasons why the 2025 Mercedes-Benz GLA is the best entry-level SUV on the market. Number 7. Handsome styling. It all starts with the look, and that's where the GLA, like a typical Mercedes-Benz, shines. The current generation was refreshed last year, and its exterior styling looks fresh, modern, and very appealing. Even though an entry-level model, the GLA has all the flavors of a typical Mercedes-Benz, starting from those fluid lines and a streamlined silhouette that brings a sense of dynamism and sophistication in the way only Mercedes can do. Sculpted air intakes, contoured hood, and sloping roofline add a solid portion of sporty demeanor too. But at the same time, this crossover incorporates a more rugged appeal, highlighted by massive wheel arches and black cladding, which accentuates its SUV-ish nature. Not many SUVs on the market blend smoothness and ruggedness in such a seamless way, especially not in this entry-level luxury segment. The GLA is arguably one of the best-looking small luxury SUVs you can buy, but it's also quite maneuverable thanks to its compact dimensions, which make it appealing to a pretty wide audience, whether the potential customers are seeking a city street or highway cruising solution. Number 6. Capable engines. For a car that competes in a luxury segment, even entry-level, it's important to be strong in every field, and while all things matter, it's usually the powertrain that makes the difference. Because many GLA classmates are fantastic in many fields like interior design, practicality, and build quality. But they fall short when it comes to the powertrain, which can sometimes be underpowered or can simply lack refinement. With the GLA, none of this is the case. This small SUV relies on the company's well-known and proven 2-liter Turbo 4 that comes in 2 variants. Base models called the GLA 250 are good for 221 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque, which is enough to ensure 0 to 60 in about 6.8 seconds. But what's probably even more important than sufficient power is smooth delivery. The engine is refined, while the big help also comes from a mild hybrid system, which adds a bit of extra torque and ensures seamless start-stop transitions. We have no doubt that the base engine would satisfy the vast majority of buyers, but the company also offers the AMG GLA 35 version with the same Turbo 4 engine but a notable power upgrade all the way up to 302 horsepower. With such a power boost, 0 to 60 comes down to just 5 seconds, meaning that even though we are talking about the cheapest Mercedes SUV you can buy today, they can be pretty engaging to drive with the right configuration. Number 5. Luxurious and spacious interior. Premium automakers often make compromises in their entry-level models when it comes to the quality of interior materials, the way the cabin is built, etc. Well, that's not the case with the GLA. Mercedes did a really good job with the current generation and introduced one of the nicest cabins in the class that doesn't just resemble larger and more expensive siblings, but also stands pretty well when it comes to materials. Furthermore, last year's refresh brought big novelties, especially in the form of the new 10.3-inch infotainment screen and the latest version of the company's MBUX software, which is considered one of the best in the business, and we'll talk about it in a few moments. Besides build quality, luxury, and the latest tech features, there's another important aspect where the GLA stands pretty well. Unlike the previous generation, which was really cramped, the current model is among the most spacious models in the class, with 5 inches more legroom, more head, and more shoulder room too. Overall, adults can comfortably sit in both rows, which isn't always the case in this segment. Additionally, the front seats are some of the best in the class. Comfy, well-shaped, and quite supportive, with generous adjustment range and extendable thigh support, while additional functions like heating and ventilation are available too. Number 4. Smooth and composed ride. The thing with entry-level models, even in the premium segment, even when a product comes from a highly renowned automaker, is that there's usually a compromise when it comes to ride quality. Simply, these cars are too affordable to feature some kind of more advanced technical solution like air suspension. Instead, the setup is rather similar to models found in mainstream cars. Therefore, it's really hard to find a good balance between comfort and athleticism. Usually, entry-level luxury SUVs either suffer from too much body roll or too firm a suspension. But Mercedes engineers seem to have found the right balance. First, the ride is pretty smooth. There's no harshness over road imperfections. Yes, undulations can cause some jostling, but nothing critical. At the same time, the GLA is stable and secure in corners. It handles twisty roads and tight spaces with ease. Altogether, it's a really good blend of two sides of the spectrum. Of course, all this is for the base GLA 250 model. In the case of the AMG GLA 35 version, the suspension is notably firmer. That makes the ride a little bit harsh, but you get rewarded with a pretty nice extra dose of added athleticism. Number 3. Top-notch infotainment. If there's an aspect of a car design that helps the GLA beat the vast majority of its competition with ease, that would be with the infotainment. Simply put, the MBUX, which is short for Mercedes-Benz User Experience, is a masterpiece that blends cutting-edge technology and user-focused design in such an elegant way. Among numerous super advanced functions, AI-powered voice recognition allows users to control various functions with natural speech, instead of learning specific phrases for each command, like was the case with the previous generations. With the advanced voice recognition system, drivers can control pretty much anything, from climate settings to navigation routes to finding nearby points of interest without needing to fiddle with your fingers. Clearly, that makes the system more intuitive but also safer, with hands and eyes focused on the road. We already mentioned that last year's refresh has brought a new 10.3-inch screen. Well, that screen is characterized by a super crisp, high-resolution display that's highly customizable and supports augmented reality navigation, overlaying directions onto live camera feeds for enhanced clarity, especially in unfamiliar areas. Of course, wireless smartphone integration is standard, while over-the-air updates ensure that the software remains up to date without dealership visits. With all these amazing features in mind, Mercedes has set a benchmark for blending luxury, innovation, and practicality in the infotainment system, ensuring the GLA's class-leading position in the field. Number 2. Luxurious yet fuel-efficient. The GLA is undoubtedly one of the nicest models in the class. Elegant styling, high-end interior, smooth and composed ride. It's as good as a premium SUV could be. But it also brings a couple of surprises. Pleasant ones. When you're buying a new car and fuel economy is one of the key criteria, things are pretty clear. The ideal candidate is normally in the mainstream segment. Think of a Toyota hybrid or something similar. But the GLA's changed the paradigm and show that a premium SUV can also save you a few bucks on gas. Simply, its 2-liter Turbo 4 is one of the most efficient engines in the segment, at least when we talk about gas-only options. Let's talk numbers. The base Benz GLA with 228 horsepower returns around 26 mpg in the city and 34 mpg highway. It may not sound all that impressive, but let's see what the key competitors offer in this aspect. The GLA's chief rival, the BMW X1, returns no more than 23 mpg city and 31 mpg highway. The third part of the German trio, the Audi Q3, is even worse. That one returns a quite disappointing 22 mpg city and 29 on the highway. Other classmates aren't that much better either. The Volvo XC40 returns around 24 mpg city and 30 on the highway, while the Cadillac XT4 rewards you with 23 mpg in the city and 30 on the highway. As you can see, all the rivals are similarly efficient, and they all lag behind the GLA, which is the most fuel-efficient, gas-only premium entry-level SUV available on the US market. Number 1. Mercedes badge at an affordable price. Throughout the brand's history, Mercedes-Benz has always been associated with high-end luxury. Large sedans, then massive SUVs. The brand was pretty much all about the most prestigious segments of the car market. But things started to change long ago, and today, the German automaker covers pretty much every segment of the industry, including entry-level SUVs, giving an opportunity to much wider masses to own a Mercedes-Benz. That kind of accessibility to one of the world's highest regarded automakers is one of the GLA's key strengths. A reasonable price and a Mercedes badge can go together, and that definitely is an extra quality when compared to the competition, especially if we consider that this small crossover doesn't come with many compromises, but rather features genuine Mercedes-Benz quality, whether it's about build quality, technology, or performance. The GLA checks all the boxes, and that's why it's a natural choice for anyone looking for a small SUV with a premium badge. What do you think of our list of reasons? Is the Mercedes-Benz GLA really the best entry-level luxury SUV on the market? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.